Shri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada welcomes you all for a level 2 Bhagavad Gita as it is course. These courses are offered by ISKCON Mangaluru under the directions of His Grace Namanishta Prabhu, and these courses are based on the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Pujai is a founder Acharya of ISKCON International Society for Krishna Consciousness. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी शालिनी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकालिनी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. Hare Krishna everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare. Chapter 8, Attaining the Supreme. We saw all this yesterday very clearly. We'll quickly go over. So Arjuna is asking 7 questions to Krishna. Arjuna is asking, what is Brahman? What is self? What are fruitive activities? What is this material manifestation? What are these demigods? And then how does the Lord of Sacrifice, Adi Yagnam, is living in the body? And in which part does he live? Oh Madhusudana. And how can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death? So one who is leaving his body, how can that person can know you at the time of death? So Krishna will give answers. So the terminology. So this is thing that I wrote in the blackboard, right? The first one is Brahman. So what is that Brahman? Brahman is Jiva, the indestructible living entity, right? And next, what is Adhyatma? We should not drag the sentence, drag Adhyatma, right? If it's making sense. Adhyatma means the subtle body. Means the swabhava, the nature. Krishna uses the term swabhava. So that's nothing but the nature. And what is the nature? How one can say this is Vihan's nature, this is Tanya's nature, this is my nature. Based on our subtle body, isn't it? Based on our mind intelligence. If I'm telling Vihan is intelligent, how I'm telling Vihan is intelligent? Based on his nature, isn't it? So what is intelligence? It's subtle body. So Adhyatma is the subtle body. Okay, karma means actions that leading to the material body. So according to the activity that we do every day whatever we are doing, this activity is deciding our next body. It's not that at the time of death you'll get some body, something whatever milega, Krishna will give that. No, every day we are preparing our next body. So the example I was giving for that in the level 1 was that person who now if a person has to leave a house and has to go to another house, will he take all these things and he'll go and sit outside, or before he's getting out already the next house will be ready, isn't it? He will not take all his whole things and he'll sit sometimes outside in the bus stand or somewhere, and then he'll decide where he has to go. Is it like that? Will that happen? No, right? And before going out, already his place is this time. For all of us also, every day we are whatever activity that we are doing, accordingly our body is created. Now, if I'm doing all spiritual activities, then I'll get a spiritual body in my next life. No doubt about it. If I'm doing all material activities, completely merged in material things, and if I'm doing tamasic activity, if I'm sleeping whole day, if I'm eating whole day, if I'm eating non-veg whole day, if I'm doing all these things, then I'm fit to get, I'm fit, my body is fit to get into an animal body. My soul is fit to get, not soul with the subtle body, because that's the nature. And who is deciding that? My activity, whatever I'm doing, whatever activity that I'm doing today is what matters, right? Very, very important to understand this. When we understand this, we'll be very cautious of what we are doing every day. That if we are doing anything that's spiritual, then the reaction will also be spiritual. If I'm doing anything material, then the reaction is also material. Karanam gunasangasya tadasadyoni janmashu. Krishna says in the 13th chapter, where he says that the living entity who is in this material nature is reacting based on the modes of material nature, and by that association of with that material nature. in the sense, by associating with this material nature, we are getting a body either in Sad or Asad, either in the higher planetary system or the lower planetary system. Who is deciding? Karma is deciding. And yeah, ultimately karma. Adibhuta. Adibhuta means material nature, and it also means the subtle body. And Adidaiva is the each sense, right? We have five gross senses and five subtle senses. Each sense is having a preceding demigod for that sense. So it's a combination of all the demigods, and all the demigods, where are they? They're all in the universal form. That is the Virata Purusha, right? Krishna uses the term Purusha for Adidaiva in the shloka. Okay, then Adi Yagna. Who is Adi Yagna? So this Adi Yagna means that when we do homa, right? When we do some homa yagna, we are putting ghee into the fire, and we are putting some grains also into the fire. Who is taking that? Who is taking that? Who is taking that oblation? Who is taking that ahuti? That is, he's the called Adi Yagna. Adi Yagnam is the person who is taking the oblations, who is taking the ahuti that we give into the fire. So how that person who is sitting in the fire can be in the body? That's Arjuna's question. So that person who is sitting in the fire, that is how that person, and who is that person? That person is Vishnu. So how this person is able to be in the body? So for that the answer is, he's there as Paramatma. And where this Adi Yagnam reside in the body, where he is exactly located. Arjuna is very intelligent, isn't it? He's asking so many wonderful questions. And then then Krishna is telling he's there in the heart of every living entity. And then how can one remember Krishna at the time of death? Arjuna exactly puts it as, how can one know you at the time of death, Krishna? Then Krishna is telling, we're practicing the remembrance. Means our whole life, see, our whole life, whatever activities that we are doing at the end of our life to remember Krishna. That's the whole point of whatever struggle that we do, whatever happiness, distress, whatever we will be taking. It's all ultimately for what? To remember Krishna at the time of death. So it's the same thing. We already saw. I mean, this Tanya and Soham didn't see this. I think. See here, if a person who is eating non-veg and doing all abominable activities, then the soul, here there is a spark, right? And there is a super soul. The super soul will take this soul into a pig body. Means his soul will enter into a pig mother, and then he'll get a pig body. And then next, if a person who is pious and he's giving some charity to the Brahmanas and doing all pious activities, then what happens? The Paramatma will take this soul into the heavenly planets. And if a person who is worshipping Krishna, then where he'll go? Soham, the person who is worshipping Krishna, where is his destination? Where the Paramatma is taking the soul to? Can you guess? Or Tanya, you want to guess? Hare Krishna. Now the soul, his soul is there. The person who is worshipping that soul with Paramatma, where they will go, where is their next destination? Hare Krishna. Vihan, you want to tell?
For the third one,
Third one, yes.
they will go to Golak Vrindavan.
Yes, right. They go to the spiritual world. Of course, Goloka down if it's Krishna. So, and this is the continuation that the physical nature is known to be endlessly mutable, and the universe is the cosmic form of the Supreme Lord, and I am the Lord that. So Krishna is telling that he is this Adi Yagnam is there as a super soul, that's Paramatma, and he is dwelling in the heart of every living being. So we should start today. So Arjuna was asking, how Krishna I can remember you at the time of death. So one attains whatever one remembers at the time of death, and Krishna recommends Arjuna to undeviatedly meditate on him, dedicate his activities to him, and thus can attain him. This very nice shlokas. Okay. Antakale cha mameva smaran mutva kalevaram yah prayati samadharam yati nastatra samshayah. Vihan, you want to read the translation?
Okay, Mataji. And whoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt.
Yes. So what Krishna is telling? How can one remember at the time of how can one know Krishna at the time of death? When one remembers Krishna at the time of death, right? At the time of death, we will not be able to see anything. We'll not be able to speak anything. We'll not be able to hear anything. Nothing works at that time. So only remembrance actually works. So how can we remember also Krishna is telling? Asani ahana ahana ahan ahanyahani bhutani gachanti hayam yamalayam sheshasthavaramicchanti kim ascharyamatah param. Udit, you want to read translation?
Okay, Mataji. Hundreds and thousands of living entities meet death at every moment, but a foolish living being nonetheless thinks himself deathless and does not prepare for death. This is the most wonderful thing in this world.
Yeah. You remember who told this to whom? Or at least who told this? It's not Krishna's telling this. Who is this person here? Can you guess someone? No? Clue? You want clue? It's from Mahabharata. He's Yudhishthir Maharaj. So these are all the four Pandavas. So I don't remember who was in the opposite side who was asking this. Then they'll ask Yudhishthir Maharaj, dear king, what is the most wonderful thing in this world? Then Yudhishthir Maharaj will tell this, that everyone is seeing, right? We are seeing so many mosquitoes dying, so many cockroaches dying, every day we see all this. But this person who sees that every day someone is meeting death, but he thinks that, oh, I won't die. Everyone can die, but I won't die. This is the most wonderful thing, he says. Okay? So, yam yam vapi smaran bhavan chajantante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. Tanya, translation please.
Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail.
Yes. So before Krishna told, how can one remember Krishna? So who can remember Krishna? Sorry. Krishna told, how can one know Krishna at the time of death? Who can know Krishna at the time of death? How can one know? By remembering. So Krishna is continuing that point. Whatever, it's not about me. If someone won't remember me, how many of us can remember Krishna? It's not that easy to remember Krishna, right? So Krishna is telling what happens if a person remembers at the time of death. If he thinks some other thing, then what happens? So he'll get that type of body. See here, who is this person here? I know Vihan knows it. Vihan, who is this person?
Jad Bharat.
Yes, Bharat Maharaj. So Bharat Maharaj, at the end of his life, he thought about baby deer. And then what happened? His soul, right? See here in this white background, here the soul of Bharat Maharaj, it's entering into the body of the deer, right? And next, that means his soul is entered into the mother of deer, and that's how he got the deer body. So, who will tell this story? I think we told this story before. Soham, you want to try? You want to try to narrate the story? Go ahead.
What the story is? You know?
Soham knows it. Tanya, you know it? I think Soham knows it, isn't it, Soham?
I know.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's about this like sadhu or something. He finds an
Yes.
injured deer and takes care of it,
Yeah,
and then like he gets attached to the deer. So
right.
one day the deer runs away yeah, and like he goes and finds it, and then I don't remember how he dies, but he somehow dies. But when he's dying, he thinks about the deer, and then in the next life he turns into a deer.
Right, right. So, next what happens? Did I tell that? What happens after he gets a dear body? And the story after that? How his spiritual life has progressed? Did I tell that? Tanya? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, I think I didn't tell that. So as Tanya was telling, so he gets attached to the baby deer, and then at the time of at the end of the life, he'll give up this. Actually, it's the Acharya says that we cannot tell vaguely that Bharat Maharaj got distracted or something like that. It's actually an offense. So we should tell it like Krishna has arranged it for him. For what? To increase his bhakti, increase his level of bhakti. So in the next life, when he got a deer body, he was very strict, right? Now, deer, he was not even going to see, he was not even going to eat anything. He was not leaving the rishis. He was continuously hearing. But actually, he might have gone back in the deer body only, isn't it? He might have gone back because if the deer thinks about Krishna at the time of death, when he got the deer body, he was remembering his past life. He know that he was Bharat Maharaj. He know that he was a king, and then later he became a sadhu. He knows that. But still, at the time of death, still Krishna arranged for him to get another birth. Why? Why he became Jada Bharat in the next life? It's told that Bharat Maharaj, he might have gone back to Krishna in the deer body only. He don't need to take a human body to go back. What is the whole point? It's to remember Krishna, isn't it? So he can remember Krishna in the deer body also. He's able to remember Krishna in the deer body also. Then why did he didn't go? So the acharyas say that Krishna, he wants to give him we don't know Krishna's position and the Bharat Maharaj's position. What is our position? We are struggling to chant our 16 rounds. That is our position, right? But Bharat Maharaj is a very fixed up devotee, and Krishna arranged everything for him. And acharyas say that why did he get again a body, Jada Bharat? That's as Vihan was telling. Why Krishna gave him another body? Because he wants to intensify his bhakti, and he wants to teach Bharat Maharaj how to do seva, how to do the service to Krishna in Goloka. Is it making sense? Krishna wants to give Krishna wants to give Bharat Maharaj this another life to teach him how to serve Krishna as a servitor, or whatever the rasa that they whatever the rasa that Bharat Maharaj wants to serve Krishna in. He wants to make him practice, right? It's really interesting. Okay. Who is this personality here? Udyat, you know? I think you know.
Prahlad Maharaj.
Right. Prahlad Maharaj. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha maya arpitamano bhutte mame vaishyasi asamshayaha. Soham, you want to read the translation, please?
Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry out your prescribed duties of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me in your mind, intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt.
Yes. So what Krishna is telling Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu. Now Krishna is giving the process. How can one remember Krishna at the end of life? For that, Krishna is giving the process. What he's telling, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu. Always, Sarveshu, always Kaleshu, always think of me. Ma Manuspana Yudhya and do your duty. My Arpita Mano Buddha. Now I'm doing now what Krishna is telling is for Arjuna, you fight. As a Kshatriya, you have to fight. You fight. And with the fight, while fighting, you should always think of me. This is what Krishna is telling. Krishna is telling, like for a mother, right? If a mother is doing anything, any work, if she's doing, if she's in office, if she's cooking, if she's cleaning, if she's doing some household chores, anything she may be doing, but she'll always be thinking of children. Oh, whether Soham ate his breakfast or not, or lunch or not in the school, what they will be doing, which class they'll be listening. So there is always the thought in the behind of the mother's mind because of love, because of intense love for the child, right? It's similarly with the devotee, because of the intense love for Krishna, they'll always be in the background, they'll always be thinking about Krishna, whatever activity that they're doing. It's if you can also feel it, if you like someone, if you have some affection towards someone, we'll always be thinking of them in the background. Maybe if you don't like someone also, right? If someone told anything to us or something, if we have an exam or something, even though we are eating, we may be thinking of what questions could be there. Something can go in the background always if you're doing some activity also, isn't it? So, but Krishna is telling, don't put any other thing. Put me in the background. In the forefront, you can do any activity. But it should be according to the scriptures. Not any activity means not any activity. There are still exceptions, like Vritrasur. You know Vritrasur? Vritrasur is a demon, but he's a devotee of Krishna. His duty, his position is to kill Brahmanas, right? He will kill Brahmanas. He's doing it as a service to Krishna. And in the background, he's always remembering Krishna. So it depends. Whatever Krishna wants, the devotee will do. But it's not a right example to take. Okay, I just gave that, but we have to follow the regulative principles. We are nowhere there. Can you guess who is this personality here? Very nice story. We already discussed it many times, but I'm not sure if you can guess this. Clue? Can I give some clue? Okay. So this person, he was first Yamadutas will come for this person, and then Vishnudutas will come and say to the Yamadutas, oh, this person is not sinful. Then this Yamadutas will give all the list of sins that he did from childhood. You all know the sinful things, right? And then so that we came early. Actually, he should die 12 years later, but we got him. We came to take him because he committed so many sinful activities. His 12 years has reduced. So when these people will tell, then Vishnudutas will come and tell, no, his sinful activity, no, there is no more sinful activities for this person. And so then Yamadutas will be bewildered, but they'll leave that place. And the Vishnudutas also will leave that place because he has 12 more years that he has to be in this world. So this person will go to Haridwar and he'll do intense bhakti in the 12 years. And then after finishing his 12 years, then again Vishnudutas came to take him to the Vaikuntha. Who is this person?
Ajamil.
Ajamil. Exactly. Tanya and Soham, you know Ajamil's story? I didn't catch you. I didn't hear you.
Not really.
Sorry? What did you say?
No.
Okay. Who will tell? Vihan, you want to tell the story of Ajamal?
All of it till which part? Till like when the Vishnu Dutas come?
First, you tell some story, and then we'll give some story to Ujja.
Okay.
The first piece. Tell the first piece of the story.
So
Like how his life was. Who was Ajamil?
there was a person named Jamil, and he was a great devotee. And then like one
Not
day,
great devotee. Devotee. Maybe a devotee. Okay, go ahead.
and then he was just like walking one day, and then he saw
Prostitute.
a prostitute, and then he got attracted to that prostitute, and then he like kicked out his wife and his
Oh my
parents,
God.
and then
Yeah.
he took all their money, and then he gave it to that prostitute.
Right. Okay. Now Ujjat will continue. Very good, Bihan.
Thank you, Mataji.
And then he married her, and then he had like children, and then he had a son named Narayan, and then one day, like when he was dying, like he called out his son Narayan. The Yamdoots came to get him, and then he called out Narayan for his son, and then after that the Vishnu Doots came.
Yes. Right. And then I finished the story. So the whole thing is, as Vihan was telling, he was a good Brahmana. He was a devotee. Not devotee. He's a good Brahmana, pious Brahmana. He's a devotee. In his previous life, he was a devotee. That's why he was able to keep his son's name Narayana. So, in a nutshell, this person, Ajamil, he was a Brahmana, and he was a very good Brahmana. He was having very chaste wife at home and nice parents. But this person, because of he saw some, he was trying his best to don't see that the prostitute with some Shudra, and he sees that thing, and he starts meditating on that prostitute. He comes home, he's thinking of the prostitute. Wherever he's going, he's thinking of that prostitute. So then he thinks, I have to go to that prostitute. Then he'll go to the prostitute. He because uncontrolled senses and there is no association. So he goes to the prostitute. And the prostitute wants money. And so as Bihan was telling, he kicked out his wife and the family members, everyone. And he took all the money, he took all the money from them, and he's giving to the prostitute. And then later it came to the point that they he was killing people on the way. When he sees someone who has money, then he used to kill that person and take the money. He became that cruel, right? And he was at the age of 80, when he was at his 80s, he had a 4 years old boy. He had a 4 years old son. His name was Narayana. He kept that son's name as Narayana, and he loves Narayana. Wherever the child is, Narayana, 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 Narayana. Wherever the child goes, this Ajamil used to, actually it's told that Ajamil, no, they used to eat non-veg, right? Because he's sinful. So he used to actually chew the non-veg pieces because they are very hard. It would be hard for little Narayana to eat it. So he used to chew half and give it to Narayana. That much affection, too much affection for Narayana. So at the time came when he has to leave the body. Then what happened? This Narayana, no. Now this Narayana was there near the deathbed, right? So I think Narayana's picture is not there. The smart kid's picture. So when he was there on the death, he was there on the bed, and Narayana was playing around, and Ajamil was he's so affectionate to his son. So he's seeing Narayana, where is my Narayana, like that, and then immediately the Yamadutas will come to take him. So by seeing Yamadutas, he gets scared. Oh, Yamadutas had come, and he gets scared because he thinks that maybe who maybe Narayana is getting affected, right? Maybe Narayana is in the trouble. So he calls out Narayana, because just by calling Narayana, 4 Vishnudutas comes, and the rest of the story follows. Okay. So we'll continue. So Lord Krishna stresses on the importance of remembering him by practice, right? The importance of remembering Krishna. See here, while doing any activity, we can remember Krishna. Very nice pictures. While cooking also, we can think Krishna, Krishna. You know this Krishna song? Krishna, 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 He. Krishna, 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 He. Vihan, you want to repeat it?
Okay. Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna, He.
Krishna hai.
Krishna, 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 He. Udyat?
Krishna 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 He.
Krishna, 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 Rakshama.
Krishna 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 Rakshamam.
Yeah, alternatively, next we have Krishna, 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 Pahimam.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Pahimam.
Pahimam.
Rama, Raghava, Rama, Raghava, Rama, Raghava, Rakshama.
Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam.
Krishna, Keshava, Krishna, Keshava, Krishna, Keshava, Pahimam.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna
Pahimam.
Pahimam.
Yes, this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to sing wherever he's going, whatever he's doing, he used to sing this song, and it's actually there on I think in the preface or somewhere in the Krishna book in the beginning before this chapter starts. It's there in the Krishna book. Yes, this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always chants Krishna's name when he's crossing the roads. He'll chant this. It's there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Prabhupada puts it in Krishna book. So see, this person, she's cooking and she's thinking of Krishna. What is he doing here? What is this person doing here?
I think he's washing the dishes.
Right. So he's singing Krishna's name. And here, what is she doing? Vihan?
Offering to the deity.
I think she's cleaning the floor, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm. And what is this girl doing here? She's she's distributing the books. Excuse me, sir. And then she's thinking about Krishna. These are Krishna's books. Right? And here, her mother is taking care of the child. She's calling out Krishna, Krishna. And here, the teacher and the student, they're discussing about Krishna, Krishna. Right? So, remembrance of Krishna, it doesn't mean that we have to stop doing activity. It refutes inactivity. It doesn't mean that we should stop doing activity. We should always do activity, and in the background, we should think about Krishna. How can one think of Krishna in the practical life? Constantly thinking of the Supreme Lord in any of his features is possible by chanting Hare Krishna. Practice is purifying, and at the end of life, one transfers to the kingdom of God. And then, most effective way to remember Krishna's chant is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It reveals the memory of Krishna because the ear and the tongue and the mind, three things are engaged while we are chanting, right? When we are chanting, our Sevan Mukhehi Jibhado. We have to use our jibha. Jibha means tongue. We have to use our tongue in Krishna service, right? By chanting, we are using our tongue in Krishna service when we are trying to hear Krishna's name. And because we are hearing, our mind is also engaged. So three things are happening simultaneously when we are chanting Hare Krishna. And Krishna's service. It attains Supreme Lord and his planet. It's just like a caterpillar to the butterfly. We have to take that steps to become that beautiful butterfly. To become to become our bhakti, to get our to blossom our bhakti in such a way, like a butterfly. Right? And the repetition. Krishna is a real enjoyer, confirms Lord as a person, recommends meditating on Lord's form as a person. Okay. Can I go ahead? Udit, you're writing something?
No, you can move on.
Okay. So, from here, Krishna will tell how can one remember Krishna? How can one meditate on Krishna? So one should. So here each one. Kavim Puranam Manushashitaram Anuraniyasam Anusmaretyaha Sarvasya Dataram Achintya Rupam Adityavarnam Tamasa Parashat. Vihan, you want to read?
Okay. One should meditate upon the Supreme Person as the one who knows everything, as he who is the oldest, who is the controller, who is smaller than the smallest, who is the maintainer of everything, who is beyond all material conception, who is inconceivable, and who is over the person. He is luminous like the sun, and being transcendental is beyond his material nature.
Yes. So now actually Krishna is clarifying who one should meditate on. Okay. Now Krishna, now he told that you should remember me. But who? Who is that me? So Krishna is giving. Whether I should meditate on Paramatma then? Like that. So first Kavim. Kavim means who is present everywhere. Right? Who knows Kavim means who knows everything. Brahma knows everything. Whatever is there in this material world, then it's like a conversation between Arjuna and Krishna. Now, first Krishna tells Kavim, "Oh, should I worship? He's telling to meditate on the one who knows everything." So then immediately Arjuna asks the question, then should I worship Brahma or Shaunaka Rishis? Sanaka Rishis. They are the sons of Brahma, the four Kumaras. Then should I worship them? Then he says, no, Puranam, the oldest. Because like Brahma, he has the expiry date. He also dies after 100 years, and the Shanaka, the Rishis also will die after 100 years. So here by Krishna telling Puranam, he's cutting that point. Oh no, not Shanaka the Rishis. Then Puranam is it Paramatma? Then should I worship Paramatma? Then Krishna is telling Anushashitaram. No, not Paramatma. He who is the controller. So Anushasitaram means the one who gives bhakti, right? So can Paramatma give bhakti? No, isn't it? Only Krishna can give bhakti. So Krishna is confirming that you should worship me. Okay? And then Aniyamsyam. That means he's smaller than the smallest. So who is smaller than this? Krishna can become smaller than the smallest and bigger than the biggest. So for this point, smaller than the smallest, that means it's a very important point. Okay, we'll finish this by this shloka. This is very, very important. Now, what I was telling, where is Paramatma residing in the body? Vihan, where is Paramatma residing in the body?
In the heart.
In the heart, right? So that we know, that we got to know till now. Paramatma, how can now Paramatma? Now Krishna is telling Paramatma is smaller than the smallest, right? Means there is two things. Now Paramatma is there. Paramatma knows everything, and Paramatma is the Vibhu. He's Vibhu. He's there everywhere. Then he should be there. Prabhupada writes this in the purport. In this shloka's purport, Prabhupada writes that the Paramatma is there inside the soul also. What I was telling, what is the soul? Soul is the Anu. It's the smallest. right? Yes, Udya, what we discussed before, the soul is the smallest, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So now Krishna is telling, I'm smaller than the smallest. That means what? Krishna is smaller than the soul, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. Right. So for that, Prabhupada writes in the purport that the smaller than the smallest means Krishna, now Paramatma is there everywhere. He is there in every atom. So if Paramatma is there in every atom, he should be inside the soul also, isn't it? Is it making sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that means that Paramatma is there beside the soul also, and Paramatma is there inside the soul also. Actually, the soul is working. Everything, whatever is there, it's working because of Paramatma. Who are we? We are part and parcel of Krishna, isn't it? So means what? Paramatma is there. Did you all catch the point? Okay.
Yes.
Very good. And Krishna is the maintainer of everything. How he's maintaining? Like this. He's entering into every atom to maintain every atom. Why the sugar is sweet? Because of Krishna. Why the salt is salty? Because of Krishna. How this hand is working? Because of Krishna. How the oil is fluid, or the oil has its property. How is having its property? It's because of Krishna. Every atom is showing its property because Paramatma is personally present in every atom. So it's very, very important. Krishna is revealing so many things. Actually, we should be very receptive to get it. It's actually mercy. If Krishna is not telling all this, can we know all this by our intelligence? It's not possible, isn't it? Krishna is coming so mercifully to tell all this for all of us. Okay? And he is beyond the material conception. He's inconceivable. And he's always a person. He's luminous like the sun. And being transcendental, he's beyond this material nature. So, and Krishna, he's always a person. This is inconceivable, isn't it? How Paramatma is there in every atom. That is Achintya. That's Krishna's potency. If everything we can understand about Krishna, then how can Krishna be God? Then he can also be like us. But whatever Krishna does, it's inconceivable. It cannot be understood. It's Achintya. And our philosophy is also Achintya Beda Tattva. Okay. And Krishna is never into Krishna is always transcendental, right? Aditya Varnam, he's always a transcendental person. He covers the darkness. When there is light, is there any question of darkness? Is there any question of tamas? No question of tamas, no question of darkness. So this is what I was telling. So Krishna refutes that absolute truth is impersonal in this point. Krishna tells that not Krishna is telling to meditate not on Brahman or not on Paramatma. Krishna is telling to meditate on him. Krishna is telling to meditate on Rajendra Nandan Krishna, the person who is there in the Goloka Vrindavan. Krishna wants everyone to remember him, right? And that's why he gave all the 10 points. Kavi, and then Puranam, Anushashitaram. Kavi means who knows everything, and Purana means from him everything came, and Anushashitara means he's a controller, and Anur Aniyasyam means smaller than smallest, Dhataram, the maintainer, beyond all material conception. That's all big planets are floating on his energy. Everything is floating on Krishna's energy. Rupam, he's a person. Achintya, everything, all the things that Krishna does, it's inconceivable. And Aditya Varma, luminous like the sun. And transcendental beyond this material nature. So, did you remember this picture? This there in the Krishna book. So when the earth, right, when the earth is burdened so much by all the activities that we do, so what he will go to the demigods, and all the demigods headed with Shiva, they will all go to Brahma, and Brahma also doesn't know what to do, so they'll all go to the Shweta Dvipa. You remember the place where the Kshirodakshai Vishnu reside? That is called Shweta Dvipa. Right. So they all go to Shvetadvipa, but they couldn't see Karnodaksha Vishnu. Sorry, Kshirodaksha Vishnu. They'll be looking for Kshirodaksha Vishnu, but they couldn't see. So then Brahma will sit in the meditation in the Shvetadvipa. So he'll get the things will be revealed to Brahma that I'll soon appear in the family of Yadus. And that's how Krishna appears. And here also, on whom Shiva is meditating all the time. He's meditating on Krishna. See, he's always meditating. He's always in meditation on Krishna. So the stalwart personalities, the top most exalted personalities, what are they doing? They're meditating on Krishna. Then what we should do? We are doing, oh, I have my thing, so many other things, so many other upadhis. Time waste. Namanishta Prabhu, I don't know if did you hear any time Namanishta Prabhu's classes? Did you get a chance to hear? No?
No.
Okay, that's okay. Prabhu is so good at telling all this. Okay, we'll stop here. I need